Hey guys, it's your boy Lace Chemist. Just want to do a quick review on the Cammus C12 direct drive wheelbase and wheel because it doesn't have that many reviews or exposure, and I'm really liking it. First of all, I want to start with the gospel of Jesus Christ, which is that Jesus Christ is the eternally existing Son of God. He died, he was crucified to take away the sins of the world. He was buried, and on the third day he rose again, so that if you confess that Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Alright, on to the video. What I really like about this wheel is how small it is. I think they're doing something new that nobody else is doing, because I think in the market everybody wheelbases pretty much look the same. And I'm surprised this wheel doesn't get more exposure considering just the size of it. So I have it here on a stand. It's like one I got off Amazon. Particularly, it's the GT player. It's basically like the GT Omega one. I think it's just a knockoff version. It's doing the job for me. I have it mounted right here. Unfortunately though, the way that the mounting pattern is, I could only fit two of the screws in. These ones, I couldn't fit these ones in, but it holds it pretty well. I'm shaking it now. Not much flex. One thing I will say, in the picture, I thought this little strip was going to be either, I think it was red, but it came yellow. It's got this little fan back here. I was kind of worried that because they have like an attachment for the smaller Cammus C5 that has like a little housing for the fan. This one did not come with it. And I thought maybe it would overheat without it, but I've had it for about a year now. I just put it right there. It doesn't move. Just sits in between there, and I haven't had any overheating issues at all. If you look in the software, it says like you can set a thermal threshold, and it's like way below whatever that is. So I haven't had any problems. On the back, there's a power cable. Let's see. Power cable. USB. I think that goes in there to connect to the computer. And then here's the little fan cable. The cool thing is it has two USB-C ports on the back. I've only tried using one of them so far, but I was able to put this Turtle Beach Velocity 1 multi-shifter, connect it to the back of this, and it registered just fine. So now, basically when I turn on and off my wheelbase by pressing the button on the back, holding it for a couple seconds, turns off, turns off. So that's a pretty cool feature, and then you don't have to take up another port on your computer. When you power it on, it does this. Does a little calibration thing to make it centered. It's got these nice dials. I think overall the aesthetic is really nice. Got the Cammus. I don't know if you can really see it in the video, but it kind of has like a carbon fiber print on it, and this is all metal here. Nice chiseled aluminum, or not sure what kind of metal it is, but very nice. I think it has all the buttons you could really want. It's got these rotary dials. It's got these rotary dials that I never use. I never use either of them really. It's got all these buttons. I do use this one. I was able to use a program called like anti-macro or something. So you can twist this, and I have it like to adjust my volume of whatever, my computer volume. So I find that one useful. I think I mapped I think I mapped this one too. This is like a toggle, a four-way toggle. I think I mapped that to like skipping a track, and then I mapped it to click. Yeah, I mapped it to click the play and pause. It's really cool. You can actually change the colors in software wherever you want of these. I did it this blue color because I like this color. It's got this rev strip on top. I think it's pretty unique because it goes up and down like that. I mainly use it in VR, so I don't really get to see the digital dial here or the rev strip, but you could set it up so it will display right here like your miles per hour, and I think it does gear shifts too, if I'm not mistaken. Another feature I really like about this that not many other wheelbases have is it's got this joystick here. And this is particularly useful because you can like use it for your mouse basically. It basically registers your mouse, if you can see it. And that's especially useful in VR and for Assetto Corsa because for whatever reason Assetto Corsa makes you use a mouse when going through the menus. It doesn't like map to regular inputs. And then it also has a mouse click by clicking it in, so that counts as a mouse click. So that's really useful, especially when in VR. The wheel is really nice material. It's got this cross stitching. Feels really good in your hands. I feel like it would be nice. I personally think it's not that this wheel is small, but I was kind of looking online to find a bigger rim. But the cool thing is you can just replace it. It's got this pattern here if you ever want to. It's separate from the actual drive base here. So you should be able to swap it out, no problem if you want. I'm not too sure about the GT racing though. They do have a add-on on their website for like $70 for a GT racing wheel. I was thinking about trying that. Haven't tried it yet. When I first got this, I was coming from the Fanatec CSLDD package. Yeah, the cheap, cheaper, ready to race package. And I will overall say this is much better in my opinion. It doesn't have any flex in it. The problem with the Fanatec one for me was like the way that the collar worked when it attached the wheel part. There was always like a little bit of a looseness to it. So like when you were first turning, you could like tell it wasn't like completely stiff at first. It was like there would be like a little bit of movement until you hit that like plastic collar, and then it would move. Also, I think the force feedback on here is just overall nicer. It's not compared to the Fanatec, it'd be like you wouldn't really feel it when you were moving left and right initially. You'd really only feel it once you move left and then counter steer. So this one's just like a lot more, I don't know how to explain it, like one-to-one maybe. I was kind of worried that 12 nanometers wasn't going to be enough after coming from the Fanatec. I was thinking, which I had the 8 nanometer boost kit. I was kind of worried that it wasn't going to be enough and that eventually I'd want more. But no, I don't think that's the case. I actually don't run this at full power. I run it at like 60%, I think. So I don't think I'm ever really going to be like, want more power and upgrade for that. Yeah, did I say when I first got this wheel, I thought it was a little bit slippery compared to the Fanatec because that one was rubber, and ironically when I got the Fanatec one it was too sticky at first, and then over time it became more smooth and was better, and then this one was too slippery at first, and then over time I guess after your hands are on it a lot it got less slippery. So I think it's really good. Yeah, honestly there's nothing I could really complain about or find lacking. I think it's overall a really good wheel, and for the price, I think I paid 560 for it at the time. I see that's 600 now, and that comes with the wheel and the base, which again, sexy. Um, I think for that price, it's really good, especially because Fanatec went up in cost a lot. So I wouldn't even, if you're going to compare this to the Fanatec CSL DD bundle, it's not even close. This is like way better build quality, no flex, sleeker profile, more Newton meters. Um, yeah, and they're like the same price now almost. So you definitely get this one over that. That's why I just want to shout out Cammus because barely anybody um, does any videos on them, and I'm overall really happy, and I think they bring some unique features to the table. I guess the last thing I want to point out is just this is the power brick, this green one, or this black one with the green light. That's the power brick for it. So the power brick's a little bit big. Kind of reminds me of an Xbox 360 power brick from back in the day. Not too bad though. You don't have to like, you don't, some of the wheelbases, I think they have like an external module that you need to connect to the wheelbase. Nope, all contained in here. Super small. Also, it's light, so you don't need that sturdy of a wheel stand. So that's a plus. I guess I'll just do clicking of the buttons so you can hear. They're pretty clicky. Oh yeah, and then we got magnetic paddle shifters on the back. A little bit loud if you just tap them like that and don't actually hold it. Usually I'll do it like that, which isn't too bad. I think they feel pretty good. Actually, at this point, I did actually prefer the Fanatec ones. I don't think those were magnetic, so maybe I just prefer the analog paddle shifters over magnets. They feel good, they're fast. I just kind of like a little bit more resistance, if that makes sense. They feel kind of like a little bit too easy to push, in my opinion. That'd probably be the only thing I think they could improve on. And yeah, I think I've had it for like 6 months, 8 months now, and it's been running like a champ. And yeah, I don't have any complaints with it. No problem since the software is pretty versatile and not too hard. I tried changing the parameters and stuff, but I found after like a little bit of tinkering with it that just the best settings were basically the ones that came with stock, which in my opinion that's a good thing because who really wants to spend all this time tweaking anyways? So they pretty much knew how to tune it themselves, and that's how they shipped it. But you can change it if you want. And yeah, I guess that's all I have to say about it. All right, thanks for watching.